Hey guys, welcome again to my channel. In this video you are going to be learning how to basically set up a simple Android layout, that is Android development, not Composer, pure XML and Kotlin. Yes, pure XML and Kotlin, that's what we're going to be working with. So to get started, I'm going to click on new project. So I hope with this little tutorial you will have at least basic understanding on how to set up some layouts in Android Kotlin with XML. So I'm going to be starting with empty activity. So as you can see, this empty activity that we have here is Composer, but we are going to be working with empty view activity. So with empty view activity, we are going to be working with XML and Kotlin, that is XML as our HTML and Kotlin as our JavaScript. So I'm going to click on empty view activity. So click on next. So I'm going to update the name of my project to Simple App. I just call it Simple App because it's going to be very simple, very basic. So language is Kotlin and the API will be API 24 and 7.0. So Kotlin, the build configuration, just leave it as default, which is awesome. Then I'm going to click on finish. And this will set up everything we needed to work with in general. So, and don't forget, I'm also connected with my Copilot. I have a premium account with Copilot, which is integrated with JetBrains IDE. Okay, so maybe possibly you can also learn how this Copilot work. You see how it works in action. So this is currently setting up my project. So I'm going to pause this video while everything is being set up. Okay, now we are here. Awesome. So now getting started with Android Studio, when you create a new project, what you're going to see is, or the first thing you're going to see is the main activity Kotlin class. This main activity is the entry point to our Android application. And this main activity they are looking at here. So if you are coming from JavaScript, this main activity is a class. The same class declaration in JavaScript is a class, and this class is what is being referenced to in Android manifest. So if I go to Android manifest, you're going to see the class being referenced to it in this activity. As you can see, this is the activity here. So this activity is simply the entry point to our app. And over here, as you can see, this is the main intent action, and is the parent launcher. That is, you launch the app, run this main activity. That is this main activity class. So that's just the basic intro to the activity area. So if you go to the activity, you are going to notice we have set content view. So the set content view is simply pulling all the XML. So see XML as HTML, because it's actually similar. It might be confusing, but guess what? It's similar, like it's very close. So see XML as our HTML and see Kotlin as our JavaScript. So now this set content view is pulling the layout from our layout folder and pulling the activity main.xml. That is the file name. This is the file name that we have here. So this file name is, in our own case, it might be activity main.index. We use index.html for landing page, that is index page, the entry point itself. So here we have activity underscore main, that's the entry point, and here is the text that is going to be visible to us. Now this text page, let me zoom my screen so that I can explain some basic things before we preview our emulator. So let me also zoom my IDE. I don't know if it's visible enough. Oh, I'm unable to zoom it. Okay, but let's just focus on how it's being done. So here we have constraints. So constraint layouts, which is in HTML we call it elements. Over here also is also, I also still call it elements, but it's being called view group. View group, while text view is view itself. So the view group constraint, see it as div in HTML. So constraint layouts, it simply puts layouts together by constraining it to individual pattern. So I will show you that very soon. So over here we have code view. Over here we have split view, that is the code and the preview at the same time. And on the preview layout, you can also edit attributes. But guess what? I don't use these attributes most time. I write the code raw. I just like writing the code. No, I'm coming from HTML, which is really similar. So over here now we have the design view all true. So over here is the design view, but we are going to be working with the code view and also the preview. So getting started, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to try to set up a basic user profile page. Let's say, yeah, something simple, a user profile page. That's what we're going to be working with. So to get started, the first thing we need to do is after our constraint layouts, that's the way I practically set up my thing. So let's just follow the order. So the first thing we are going to do to set it up is use linear layouts. So I'm going to be working with linear layouts. So linear layouts, in my own case, it's a div pattern, but in this case, you can set the orientation to either vertical, which is in Bootstrap term, it's called row or co. It gets. So with linear layouts, we can set orientation to horizontal or vertical. So I'm going to set my width to match the parent, width match parent, and the height, which is wrap content, of course. So, and within this layouts data, we are going to pass some things. But before we do that, the first thing we need to do is to process the constraint method. That is how we want our div, our linear layout to appear. Because at the moment, it's at the top. If you notice, we have it at the top. So we have the width match parent, which starts from here to this place. And the height wrap content, that is just about the content that we have. That's what the wrap content simply does. So at the moment now, we need to set also the orientation. But before we do that, let's bring in some important attributes that we need to pass so that we don't have this error. So the first thing is to set the start of the constraint to the start of the parent. That is, look at it now. Layout constraint start to start of parent. That is, we are attaching the start of this constraint that we have to the start of parents. Then the next thing that we need to do, end to the end of parents. So constraint end to the end of parents. So it's going to pick it to the end of the parent. So now let's also set it to the top so that we have it at the top end. So we are going to have constraint to top of parents. So this theory attribute that we added, which is from Android itself and from the app layout, is now added. So if I take it out, it's going to return the error. As you can see, the error is there, but if I restore it, we have the error gone. So everything is working fine. So the next thing we need to pass is orientation. So the orientation will be vertical. So with vertical orientation is going to help us align everything in a column pattern and not row. So it's going to be in co. So the next thing we are going to work with now is image view. So to work with the image view, we need to get some profile picture that we can work with. Though I have an image on my system that we can use. So to do that, we need to navigate to resources. So using an image, bringing image or icon or anything, everything has to go into drawable. So drawable is where our pictures, PNG, icon, anything you can think of, that's where it's being loaded. So you can move everything to drawable. So what we need to add to our drawable now is an image. So I'm going to open my file manager, then go to my picture. I think it's another download. Yeah, I have it here. Cool. So I'm going to either drag it from here down to this place or copy and paste it in the directory. So there are two ways that you can do it. But instead, I'm just going to drag. So let me drag from here to here. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so as you can see now, it pops up a modal to approve what I pushed. So I'm going to click on refactor, and we have it here. But fortunately, the image name is not really good. We have iPhone, so we need to rename the image. So to rename is very simple. Right click. Once you right click, go to refactor and go to rename. Then when you click on rename, just let's use user pick. Let's work with user pick. So click on refactor and it's going to update the picture, and after that is done, now we have it. But unfortunately, we still have the error. So what we need to do is either reload Android or resync our projects. So let me try to sync the projects again or reload it again from the disk. Though overall we normally reload. So let me try it again. Okay, since that is not there, maybe I will just restart the project. It's not supposed to show that error. So let me close the project and open it again. Sometimes it happened that way. So you see the error and it's not going. Just close the project, open it again, and everything will be fine. As you can see, it's all fine now. Cool. So after our linear layout, which is our column, and we have an orientation of vertical, and we've set our constraint start of parent to end of parent and also the top of parent. Cool. So the next thing is to set image view. So image view is also something related in HTML. You know, we have IMG, but in this case, it's called image view. So image view, funny enough, it adds source. Yes, there's source on our image view. So the layout width is wrap content, which means the width I have in the picture will be used over here. And after that is done, we pass closing tag. And within this place, we pass in SRC. As you can see, is related to HTML. So with the SRC, you hold your shift to bring out the art, what is it called, art symbol. Then you type drawable, the drawable user pick. So as you can see, we have user pick being connected. So now with the user pick added, so we're going to change the width to our desired width. So in this case, I'm going to use 50 dp. 50 dp, and in this case, we also change this to 50 dp. Cool. So as you can see now, the height and the width is not defined with 50-50, but in this case, let's change it to 150. 150, 150. Cool. So now if you have it as 150, 150, let's also move the picture to the center. So we can either use gravity. So let's work with gravity. Yeah, gravity center. Cool. So when we have it at the center, we need to add, margin at the top. But instead of adding margin from the image view, we can add padding from the layout view. But for learning purpose, let's add margin so that you learn how margin is being added. So margin top will be 20 dp. Cool. As you can see, I added what margin top, which is amazing. So the next thing we need to add is my name. So that name will be in text view. So as you can see, we have text view with layout width of wrap content, height of wrap content, text is the value. And here I'm going to have Adeleye Ayodeji, which is cool. And this name, you can also set it as a variable. In some Android code, you might be seeing that it might ask you to set it as a variable. We can do that, but let's just finish the design first before we do that. So now we have my name here, and let's set the text to bold. So text size to bold, text style to bold. Cool. Now our text style is now bold, so let's change the text size to 40. Yeah, let's change 30. That is fine. So what we've done so far, we haven't tested it. We haven't previewed in our emulator, but we are still working on it. So let me also enter my website URL. So we work with text view. So everything that is running here is my Copilot. You can also install it, which is totally fine. So I'm actually Android and PHP developer, which is kind of cool. So and my website URL. Yeah, let's input the website URL, which is Adeleye Ayodeji. Ayodeji.com is my website URL. So that's a text view pattern, and the size is 20 XP. Yeah, center, margin top 10, which is fine. Yeah, close it. Cool. So I want this margin top to be 5 this time around. Okay, so now we have our image, we have our text, we have our what is it called, our role, that is what I do, that is Android and PHP developer, and we have our URL. Then let's also add a simple button. So let's add button. So you see our button is also been added. So here we have button wrap content, and we need to pass button text, which is also text at the same time. So here we have view profile, then we have text size 20 XP, gravity center, yeah, which makes the center, cool, margin top 20, awesome, and we close this. So now the one I was talking about variable, I made mention about that. So we can set variable. It's totally possible. So to do that, we are going to copy this text and move it to string. So let's do that now. There's a shortcut here also. When you right click on this, it's going to ask you to extract string resource. When you click on it, it's going to attach the resource name, which is this, without having iPhone, but instead underscored and small letter, that is small case or true. So this will be saved inside string.xml. So I'm going to click on OK, and as you can see, we have the value here. So if I click on my control enter, you see we have the data over here, which is amazing, and it's underscored as a variable. Though you might join it together, it's fine, but in this case, let's just use underscored. So I'm going to be launching the emulator now, so that we can preview it from our emulator, what we've been doing so far. So let me resize this, then start my emulator. My emulator is starting. Let's see what we have so far. Okay, so in case you have any question, please do ask. I will do my best to make a video to help you solve the problem, or you have a bug, or you are working on a project that is being buggy, just drop a comment and I will do my best to come in and help. So as you can see, we have our image, we have Adele Ayodeji, we have the Android and PHP developer. This is a simple view. I mean, simple view, which will definitely help you write your hello world in Android Studio. So guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this current video. See you in the next one. Bye.